needed to get away. And I did. I got away, got some rest, relaxation. What'd you say? Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome to Sip and Spill. I'm your host, T, and right here beside me is my amazing co-host,
Stephanie.
And we are thrilled that you all are joining us. So grab that favorite drink of yours, get cozy, and let's dive into some real, raw, and honest conversations. Let's get it. So first, we're going to introduce ourselves to those who may not know us. My name is Tiara. My friends call me T or Sunshine. I grew up in Buffalo, and about 5 years ago, I decided to relocate down here to Chattanooga. But I will say that Chattanooga is not my forever home. I do plan on relocating again. But I am the mother of two amazing adult babies. And yes, I said babies because they will be my babies forever. I work in healthcare by day, and by night, you can find me somewhere fishing, running a 5K for fun, baking, going to the gym, or diving into a good book with some protein coffee. So what I do want to say is this podcast is close to my heart. And that's because life's thrown so many tough moments for me. At times, I wasn't even sure if I'd make it, but I did. And I know many people have journeys like that. Some still in it and some trying to find their way out. So we want to share our stories and others' stories so that we can inspire each other. No matter who you are, we're all navigating life's ups and downs. And I'm here to show you, we're here to show you that if we can do it, so can you. So without further ado, I want to introduce my co-host, who is not only my friend, but truly a divine connection. It's funny how we crossed paths, and trust me, it wasn't always roses at first, but now it's nothing but joy and fun times. So I truly, truly, truly believe that people come into your life at just the right season for just the right reason. So I'll allow her to share her story because together we're here to bring you all of the realness.
Hello, everyone. My name is Stephanie. I am born and raised in Chattanooga. I have two wonderful boys. One is a grown man. The other one's a young grown man. I am a full-time employee by day, and by night, you can find me at home crafting and working as an entrepreneur. I believe in creating opportunities and taking chances on different things, and wherever life leads me. This is one of the reasons why this podcast is so near and dear to me. Throughout this podcast, we'll be sharing more of our journey and how we met and the lessons that we've learned along the way. Our story isn't perfect, but it's real. Okay, it's real. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's sometimes a very situation that seems challenging or difficult that can end up being something beautiful. So I hope you'll join us on this journey, grow with us, and be a part of the conversation. Welcome to Sip and Spill. So next we're going to go into how we met and how this dynamic duo became a one.
All right, let's get into it. You all deserve to know how this unlikely duo came to be. See, Stephanie and I actually met because we had the same ex, who happens to be her smaller son's father. And what I will say, honestly, it is my love for Aiden that brought us together. And it's a bond that really runs deep. And so what we're going to do is just give a snippet right now, but we'll unpack more of this and this duo and how it came to be in later episodes. Because as I stated before, it wasn't always roses. There was some thorns in there. So stay tuned for those future episodes. So now, guys, we're going to transition over to a more vulnerable moment of mine, of ours. And we're also going to just talk a little bit about the purpose of this podcast and the mission. So what I want to say is our journey hasn't been easy. Both of us endured abuse from the same man at different times, but possibly at the same times, we will never know. But it wasn't just mental, emotional, or financial abuse. It was physical and sexual abuse as well. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll know that my page, I have pinned a post in regards to a sexual assault that I endured from someone that I trusted, which was my ex. And that's what I'm talking about now. So I did speak up. I spoke up the day that the rape happened. I didn't speak up right after because I had passed out. I didn't even know I passed out. I didn't even know I passed out until my daughter called me that morning and said, Happy Mother's Day. And it was at that moment that I was like, I cannot let this happen. I can't let this go because this could be my daughter, my son, my goddaughter, my godson, my stepson, my niece, my nephew that this may happen to. And I need them to know that they have a voice. And I need them to know that I had the courage to step up and tell what happened. And that's exactly what I did. And that's when I found my voice. But not only did I find my voice and spoke up, when I spoke up, there were so many other victims as well that I didn't even know of. I didn't even know until the detectives let me know. So there were so many victims that were unknowingly victims of his. They found videos in his phone, videos in people's apartments, and they also seen that he had a violent history as far as criminal history against abusing women, not only in the state of Tennessee, but also in other states. So much was revealed, but it was like only after I spoke up. And this is part of a bigger story. But, we'll continue to share more throughout future segments and episodes about what happened, how things look, the process, lessons learned, and different experiences along the way. But what I do want to say is we're not spilling tea and just telling our business. We're pouring hope.
As you heard T's vulnerable story, this is the reason why we're definitely doing Sip and Spill. Life has a way of connecting people through experiences we've never choose for ourselves. Sometimes hard seasons and unexpected detours and heartbreaks, the lessons, even the moments that make us question everything. What we discover is that some of the most meaningful conversations happen when you're willing to be honest with yourself.
Absolutely.
And what you've been through and still working through. So this podcast isn't just about having all the answers. It's to show up authentically, sharing our experiences and laughing at ourselves and learning from one another and creating a space where real conversations happen. Because of our stories, it can help someone else feel seen, encouraged, understood, and maybe even a little bit less alone. And then every part of the journey was worth it. Trust me, we've got stories to tell.
Do we? So basically, the mission is all about helping people feel less alone in their struggles, creating a space where real, honest conversations are possible. So we're inviting people to lean into transparency, embrace growth, and find strength even in difficult seasons. Essentially, we're building a community of hope, healing, and open-hearted conversations with our stories.
So this isn't just about hard moments. It's exploring everything life has to offer, whether it's managing finances, navigating relationships, parenting, staying healthy, or embracing the latest trends in music. It's about real, full lives, building, growing, and finding hope in every corner of it.
So now we're going to transition into our next segment, which is literally a day-to-day peek into our lives. And so we're going to take it all the way back to May, because May was such a jam-packed, full month that absolutely went by like that. So what did you have going on?
Girl, it was a booked and busy month.
It was.
With my business, I had graduation orders all the way from, I would actually say from April all the way to Mother's Day. Actually, 2 days after Mother's Day is when it actually slowed down. We had musical concerts. We had drama. We had soccer. Him playing with my son, playing soccer for the school and for the rec team. Girl, it seemed like every day was going 100 miles per hour.
I can attest to that. You were like literally a walking zombie.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And some days I felt like I had it together. Then other days I was looking for my phone and it was right in my hand. So what did you have going on?
Well, I wasn't that booked and busy.
You was booked and busy with running.
I did do 2 5Ks. One was a super mom, and I dressed up in a super. Yeah, I found something in my favorite color, which was lime green, and so I did that 5K on a Sunday, and then I turned around on that Tuesday and did a mental health awareness 5K, but that one was a virtual one.
Yeah.
So basically what I did is I went and I ran the 5K or whatever, and then I took my time and uploaded it through an app to their platform. And so then they sent me my medal, because yes, this girl right here, I only run 5Ks that have medals. I'm not doing nothing else just for fun. No. So we did that, and of course Mother's Day or whatever, and then also going to soccer games for Aiden, and then his drama and his plays. And let's see, ending May, because this did still happen in May last weekend. Yeah. Well, let's rewind from last weekend's. Before that was the trial.
Yeah.
My the sexual assault case, my trial, and that was just a lot. And after that, and it was the finale of that, I needed to get away, and I did. I got away, got some rest, relaxation. What'd you say?
Got your back blown out?
I did not. I did get some time to myself. I was able to meditate, and I just enjoyed myself. And so then I came back, and then we had a event that we went to. It was a conference, and it was Love, Loss, and Lessons.
Yeah.
So it had singles, couples, and married couples, and regular couples, and widowers there. And we talked about just love, life, lessons, relationships, all that good stuff. And then after that, we went and tried a new restaurant, and it was called State of Confusion.
Right.
And definitely recommend getting there. What was it there? What was the drink that we got?
It was the strawberry basil lemon drop.
Yes.
I tasted the basil.
I did not.
She's a basil girl.
Yeah, I was fine with it. And then for our entree, I had got a shrimp po' boy or whatever with this chili sauce, sweet chili sauce, which was so good. And since you have the shellfish allergy, what did you get?
I got the chicken po' boy with the red beans and rice. And when I say it was delicious, it was delicious.
Very, very good. And this is a new place that we went. We're going to try somewhere new each month, a new drink and a new restaurant, so we can come back and critique it and let you guys know if it's worth trying.
She might try a new drink. I like strawberry lemon drop. So,
that's literally how life has lifed for us in these past couple of weeks.
Going to the next segment, we're going to be talking about loyalty versus moving forward. And hopefully you'll gain some insight in something we said that will help you in your journey on figuring out what loyalty looks like.
I think we all struggle with this. We absolutely struggle with being a ride or die or choosing ourselves.
Right.
And I don't think, Stephanie, I could ever be a ride or die because
I can't swim.
I need to know where we're going. Are there snacks there? Is there going to be some protein coffee there? Like, I need to know. I cannot, no, I can't ride or die. And why do we have to die again?
Right. I want to live.
I like my life.
I want to live.
Me too. Okay, so with that being said, do you think that loyalty can sometimes keep people stuck?
Girl, can it? That ride or die sentiment, it can definitely keep people stuck because people use it as a guilt. Like, hey, you got to stick by me no matter what. And that's not necessarily true because I'm not going to stick next to you when you make stupid decisions, right? I can't because I have other people looking out for me. But as far as you getting sick, getting laid off from work, things that are out of your control, of course, yeah, we can work through that. But walking out on a job for no reason because you don't want to work, boy, bye.
Right. You think that I'm going to be loyal to that? You're not even loyal to that.
Right.
So you expect me to be loyal?
Right.
No.
Did you think about us before you quit that damn job?
Absolutely not. No, that was a whole self thought.
Right.
Yes, it was.
Right. Oh, Bay got it. She can take care of it.
Exactly.
What? Did you talk to me first?
Exactly. Like, don't get me wrong. We're there absolutely to be helpmates to our men. Not a situation, not someone I'm dating, but my man. Absolutely. But when you self-inflict this on us,
right? No,
that's a bit much.
Babe, I need you to rethink your decisions.
Absolutely. And I agree with you. Loyalty can become unhealthy when it requires self-abandonment. So sometimes people stay out of love, fear, history can do it.
Yes,
and hoping that a situation will turn, and hoping that this person will be somebody that they want them to be, not who this person actually is.
Right.
And this happens even when the situation is hurting them to the core,
right?
But at what point do we choose ourselves and move forward?
That's a good question. When it starts disrupting our peace. When it starts disrupting our emotional health, when it starts disrupting our sleep and how we function on a day-to-day life. How about we not let it even get to that point? How about we make the decision to move forward when it even just a little
any little inconvenience. Yeah. There you go.
In that moment. Like, don't let it get to the point where you've already had some damaging moments in your life.
Absolutely. And I agree. When protecting your peace becomes more important than that connection, that's when it's time to choose yourself. And it doesn't mean choosing yourself doesn't mean you've stopped loving or liking them or anything. It just means you finally started to love and choose yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. Because when you think about it, why are you having to go through these moments anyway?
Absolutely.
Are they being loyal to you by putting you through these moments?
That right there is an important question.
Right.
And important to think about. It seems like, no, it feels like they would just they're being selfish.
What does loyalty mean in a different context?
Good question. So to me, loyalty isn't just about staying no matter what. Absolutely not. Real loyalty, I feel, includes honesty, respect, consistency, and mutual effort, not just suffering in silence.
Being loyal in a healthy manner means to me is staying true to your boundaries, what you want for yourself and not shrinking just to fit the narrative. Yeah.
Girl, that word boundary. Girl, you're going to have some people in tears with that. Listen, girl, I love a good boundary.
Right.
I love the word no. I could say it several different ways.
And spell it too.
Absolutely. And in different languages. I love me the no.
No.
Hell no. That's hilarious. Okay. Let's get to the next one because we're having too much fun with this. Oh my God.
So what does it look like when we lose ourselves, when we try to stay loyal to others?
Oh gosh. Jesus. It's like it starts when you start ignoring your own needs just to keep the peace.
Right.
You stop speaking up. You start shrinking yourself and you slowly lose touch with who you are. And that right there, I cannot get with that. I can't. When I start to lose myself just to appease you, that's what we're not going to do.
Right. What does it look like when we start losing ourselves, when we're being loyal to others? It's basically interrupting our peace, interrupting our nervous system, our day-to-day life. When it starts making you, like you said, shrink, walk on eggshells.
Oh.
To suit the other person's needs, So.
And it's like, to the other person, why would you want a watered down version of me?
Right.
Why would you want me walking on eggshells and me not walking in my true, authentic self? Why would, does that really makes you feel good?
Right. That ain't how you met me.
No, exactly. So you can't see the change and the difference. Like you can't even notice it.
Right.
But, okay. So then how do we recognize when something no longer serves us?
Oh, girl. My biggest thing is exhaustion, spiritual, emotional exhaustion, mental exhaustion, to the point where it's getting hard to function on a day-to-day. And again, I would say, like I said before it even gets that bad, you got to start recognizing the signs that it's time to go.
Whew. Yes. Exhaustion, feeling unheard, constantly drained, or no longer feeling safe or valued.
Right.
Like, sometimes, but again, sometimes your body feels it before your mind accepts it.
Absolutely. Those two always clash.
It does.
When it comes to those types of
things.
It
does. But we got to be on the same page, one accord, collectively in this body.
Right. My therapist always has been telling me, like, you have to push back what you feel and use logic in those types of moments. Because sometimes your feelings can outweigh and be stronger than what your thought and what you're trying to do. Sometimes you have to just close that off.
Girl, them feelings will override anything.
Right.
They'll veto anything.
Get out of here.
That's what we not gonna do.
So,
with that being said, Stephanie, has there ever been a time when you felt guilty for choosing yourself? You don't have to go into that exact moment, but have you?
Absolutely. And the reason why we feel guilty is because that ride or die mentality, or I'm going to stick with you no matter what mentality. Like, there are some instances where it's just not healthy for you anymore, especially when the other person is not willing to make a change. So at what point do you have to say, I got to go? So, and those moments can make you feel guilty and that partner can make you feel guilty because they're like, you're not sticking by me. I need you. But no, what you really need is yourself.
Absolutely.
And you need to make that change for yourself.
Especially when you're used to putting others first. But guilt doesn't always mean you're wrong.
Right.
It can absolutely mean you're breaking unhealthy patterns.
Absolutely.
So we have to get into the mindset of, just because I feel guilty doesn't mean, that I'm wrong for what I'm about to do or what I'm doing.
Right.
By choosing myself.
Right.
What does healing and growth look like after choosing yourself, Stephanie?
Oh, girl. Our favorite word is boundaries. So basically just like putting those boundaries up and saying, I'm no longer dealing with this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Trusting yourself to make those decisions like, hey, this isn't healthy for me. I got to go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No longer apologizing for protecting your peace. And the crazy part is it is so uncomfortable at first, but end is so rewarding. And what you said something that is so important, and that is trusting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You have to trust yourself more. And it's crazy because our bodies tell us, and we just don't trust it. And I don't know why, but I think that everyone struggles with that, not trusting themselves.
Right.
So we're going to transition into our last segment, which is our last sip segment. And I'm going to let Stephanie take us away.
So, all right, before we wrap this up, it's time for our last sip. Are y'all ready?
I am.
This is the moment where we ask a surprise question. Neither one of us knows what's coming. So here we go. And I'm going to ask you the first question.
I'm ready.
So my only question is, what was your biggest mind your business moment?
I was going through something happened and I relayed that information to my manager, the one that I report to, because I just didn't want any trickle down effects. I wasn't doing it, for her to be in my business or anything, but I wanted her to know what was going on or whatever. So I'm in my office just working away. I got my AirPods on, listening to my music.
The trap music.
And yes. And the director comes in. And I'm like, okay, this is a surprise. She doesn't always, come and visit me. And she's like, hey, T. And I'm like, hi. And she's like, oh my God, I've heard that you've had a tough time lately. And I was like,
what?
Like, who told you that?
Like Snoopy?
And I'm like, no. And I'm like, well, who told you that? Well, I just heard. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I only told one person. Right. So, she kindly excused herself because she's seen that the conversation wasn't going the way I guess maybe she thought it would go.
Right.
So I then contacted my manager who I report to, and I asked her, next time I tell you something, could you please not go and share my business with somebody else that I don't even report to? She's not my direct manager, my direct supervisor, no, nothing. You report to her. I don't.
Right.
And in that moment, I was just like, mind your business. So what about for you? Because girl, they had me all messed up. When she was talking, I'm like, and who told you this?
Right. Oh, I have one, but I don't know if I'm ready to reveal that one. So I'm gonna go to this one. So this is around the time I had found out I was pregnant with my little boy, my youngest, and my hormones. I can't remember. I think it was my progesterone levels were low, so they put me on progesterone to help my levels so I wouldn't lose the baby. And I told my supervisor, my manager, because I was sick all the time and I wanted her to be aware that I'll be going to the doctor and this and that and the other. So I didn't tell my fellow colleagues about it. And I guess my manager told them. And so when I finally got past the 12 weeks, I think, once I finished the medication, that's when I told them. And they were upset because I didn't tell them. And I'm sitting here like, well, I didn't tell you because I was at risk at losing the baby. And first of all, it's really none of your business.
You damn right about that.
I didn't have to tell you in the first place.
You sure did.
So, and I get like, no, we don't know. So they were really mad. I was like, well, mind your motherfucking business. Like,
first and foremost, as women, most of us, I'm not going to say all of us, most of us know that the first 12 weeks, the first trimester,
yeah,
it's touch and go. Anything can happen. Like, absolutely. And so you really don't want to celebrate and speak before anything. You want to make sure, because sometimes it takes about, 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks to even get in the doctor
office, yeah. So
that, they can check and make sure everything's good or whatever. So you don't want to speak on, being pregnant just in case something happens. Because that's a trimester is one of the most important trimesters where you can lose the baby, which you can lose the baby at any time. But so you want to keep that near and dear to your heart until everything's good. Until you hear that heartbeat. Absolutely. So you get those prenatal vitamins in you. Yes. And from my understanding, most women know that. Right. So for them to feel some type of way, like, first of all, mind your business.
Right.
Like, you in my business, my business.
Right. Stay the
about my business. Because it's mine on mine. Period. Like, really? Girl, the audacity of people to feel some type of way about you for your business. It's crazy that both of our instances had to do with a manager blabbing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And me coming to you in confidentiality, you're supposed to keep that. As a manager, nobody knew what was going on with my people. If they called off or need to call off and they're coming into I don't need to know why you calling out. You calling out? Okay, I got you. I'm about to find coverage for your shift. Right. I don't need to know what's going on with you.
And a lot of people feel like they have to tell them why.
You don't got to tell them
nothing. You don't have to tell them why. It's an emergency.
Exactly.
That's it.
Okay, so I guess it's my turn. I actually have 2, but I'm going to start with the light one first. Okay, this is a cute one. If you could be a flavor of ice cream, what flavor would you be?
Chocolate. Girl, same way I like my ice cream, I like my men. All right. Dark, flavorful, and rich.
That was cute. Okay.
And I mean rich in flavor.
Well, mine would be vanilla bean. And I absolutely love vanilla bean. It's just...
She looked like a vanilla bean.
It's more sophisticated than regular vanilla.
Right.
It's top notch. It's classy. It's, again, sophisticated. It's demure. The taste is amazing. Have you ever tasted?
Absolutely. It's so smooth.
It is. It is amazing. So once you go vanilla bean, you can never go regular vanilla.
You can go chocolate, but you don't go to other vanilla.
Absolutely.
But we don't do plain vanilla anymore.
Right. But I definitely agree with you. I like my men chocolate
too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My next question to you, and I will answer it as well, is what is the most petty reason you stopped dealing with someone you were talking to or dating?
They ate like they were scared their food was going to get taken away from them.
Oh.
Then they chewed funny and loud.
Oh, they were a loud eater.
Yeah.
So now you know that some people in the military, in prison too. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, he could have been in the military because they have to eat fast, but they also have to eat fast in prison as well. Okay, so yeah, we're not gonna go there. But I can totally understand you. I would have probably been like, "You good?"
Right. I don't want it. Yeah. I wasn't gonna ask for it.
Right. Yeah, that's a lot.
Right.
That's what I think. I would have probably Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'll call you later.
Yeah. No,
Delete.
I wouldn't even say that. I'd be like, well,
It was
our
nice
time
meeting
has
you.
come.
Right.
Yeah, our time has come.
Holla at you. It was nice. Thank you for the food.
Okay, so I guess it's my turn,
Yes.
right? Okay, so I was talking to this guy. We talked for about a week or whatever, and then he set up a date or whatever. We met out at a lounge or whatever. And, I had some coffee or tea or whatever, and he had a beer. And we were vibing. Now, when I tell y'all the conversation was on point, it was great. Stephanie, it was great. We had an array of topics that we talked about. He was open-minded. He understood where I was coming from. He respected the words that were coming out of my mouth. And it was just a beautiful intellectual conversation.
Right.
Until it wasn't, right? So we're steady talking and kicking and vibing. And out of the blue, Stephanie, this man says, he's talking about his profession, right? And so, I'm okay, I can dig it or whatever. And then he just he says to me, you guys, I don't have any money for you. So he's saying, I'm a firefighter, and I fight fires and, do this and do that, but I ain't got no money for you. And so I was really taken back and I was confused, Stephanie, because we hadn't even, I don't talk finances with anyone that I'm just dating and talking to. Now, if you're my boyfriend and we're moving in together, we're transitioning into moving together, then I feel that we definitely need to have a conversation about our finances so we can talk about bills and how that looks for us and things like that. But if it's just somebody that I just met and we're talking, I don't question about your finances because I don't care.
Right.
I truly, truly don't care. So me being witty with words and my mouth.
Imagine what she said.
So, so you act like you're him and you say, yeah, I'm a firefighter or whatever, but I ain't got no money for you.
Yeah, I'm a firefighter, man, and I ain't got no money for you.
And I ain't got no pussy for you.
Damn.
Meeting adjourned. And just like that, I never heard from him again. I'm pretty sure he took me off of his list as chosen, which I was fine for that. I didn't want to be his chosen one. I did not. And guys, I'm not a disrespectful person, but when you come at me with some petty comeback like that, I'm going to have to come at you with something, because one thing about me, when I am with somebody and we're locked in, if you're having difficulties with your pockets being deflated, let's talk about how we can get them inflated.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to invest in you just like I would pray you would invest in me or whatever. Because here's one thing about men that I have learned, not all, but some. A man, when his pockets aren't looking as healthy as he wants them to, what is he?
A mean man.
And he's insecure. And we don't need that. Baby, what do you need? Oh, you want to start that automotive repair shop? Okay, so what do we need to do to get you there?
Absolutely.
And that's just the type of woman that I am, and I know that you are as well. But for you to come at me with, I ain't got no money for you, so you're looking at me as a gold digger. It took me back, and I did get offended.
Yeah,
I did.
I would have too. I'm like, what the fuck you mean?
There you go. We're going to keep that in there.
Mean?
Exactly. So those are our little moments or whatever. So next we're going to go into our sip of wisdom segment. And this is my favorite segment because it's literally a what did you learn segment. So this is our chance to share something small or large that shaped us within this week or just in life in general or whatever. So Stephanie, what did you learn?
So we're going to go back to last Saturday when we went to the Love, Loss, and Lessons, right? They talked about, even though this is something that I already knew, but it was reinforced and clarified that this is very important when dealing with any type of relationship, whether that's business, romance, friendship, family, whatever. Communication is very important. And you have to talk. You have to tell people how you feel. You have to tell people that something makes you feel some type of way. I don't like this. I want this. So people understand who you are. We can't guess what you like. We can't figure out who you are. So communication is when we have those hard moments, we might have to take a break for a moment, take a step back, gather ourselves, calm down, and then we revisit the conversation. But communication should be number one in a relationship. What is needed in a relationship.
I agree. Even when it's tough and a hard, complex conversation, it needs to be had. You can't just skip over it and just, we're never going to talk about it. No, because that feeling of hurt or whatever that I'm feeling about it is still there, even though you don't want to talk to me about it.
Right.
And you want to just, tomorrow's a new day, let's brush it under the rug. You know, can we start all over new? We can start all over new once we both have an understanding of what the conversation is and everything like that. We don't have to agree on everything because we're not going to or whatever, but I need you to understand me and respect me just as I'm going to understand you and respect you. But those tough conversations, you guys, they have to be had. They have to be had. And there's so many people that I know in this adult life that, oh, I don't want nothing, no negativity. Just like,
do you live under a rock?
Exactly. And just because we're having a tough conversation doesn't mean that it has to turn negative. Usually when it turns negative is because someone's feeling unseen, unheard. You're dismissing how they feel. You're dismissing them in general. Usually that's when it turns.
Or you don't want to take accountability.
Absolutely. So that's when it goes to the left. Yeah. So. Well, what I will say is don't put anything past anyone. I ignored my ex when he would harass me at work, stalk me, follow me. I ignored all that because I didn't think that he was a person that would do anything more serious. I don't even think that it was in my mind. He wouldn't. But he did when he popped up at my house and did what he did to me. So I don't put anything past anyone.
Absolutely.
They absolutely can, and they absolutely will, regardless who they are. They can and they will. So now we're going to transition over into the closing.
So this brings us to the end of today's sip. Thank you for joining us with Sip and Spill. Please subscribe and follow and share. I hope today's conversation gave you something to reflect on. I hope you laughed a little. I hope that something we said gave you the courage to make a change in your life. Until next time, thank you for listening. Sip and Spill with
T
and Steph. Bye.
Peace, y'all.